Okay, I'm going to explore in depth each of the different features of the plugin, and I'm going to do them a little bit out of order, but this is just the way that I do it when I'm building out my site. So the first thing that I do is actually go to the shortcodes area, and this is the main thing that we're going to be adding the shortcodes. And depending on the strategy that you're using, that will kind of dictate what shortcodes you're going to be using. But my main approach with this kind of site has been always to take the local geo route. So let's say, for example, this site that we're building out is targeting all the cities in the state of Alabama. So what we would do is we go to add shortcode. Let's name this first one just city. And the shortcode data, this is where all the city names will actually go in. And you have complete freedom to do to set up this area however you want. I have a spreadsheet with all the cities in the US. I'm just going to take the ones that are in Alabama, and actually I want to use just the city. We can create another shortcode for the state abbreviation, and like I said, this is just the way that I like to set up my shortcodes. You're free to do them however you wish, or you can just follow along the same way that I do it. The shortcode name, basically what you want to put in there is just anything that you remember, that whenever you add these shortcodes to the content, these are for whenever you're building out the pages. Basically what it's going to do is you put the shortcode into the shaker page. When it builds out, it's going to go through and actually pull each of these one at a time. And actually, since we are just doing the state of Alabama, I don't need to copy all of them. Basically it has the option. It does a if I were to copy all the same amount of cities that there are in there for the state shortcode, it's just going to go 1 to 1. But if I'm just doing one state, then I don't need to worry about making sure that they all line up exactly the same. And I'm just going to put state short for this one, and then we'll add another shortcode and do state, put Alabama. So in essence, we end up with city, state, state short, and something you could do is zip codes. If you had a list of zip codes, that goes along with the cities as well. Now what you have to remember is that if you're going to put a city and also make a separate one for zip codes, just make sure that you do what I talked about, where you make sure that the list lines up 1 to 1, which is why it's important to have it in a setup like this, in some kind of spreadsheet, so that you make sure that everything matches up nicely, and you don't end up with anything that doesn't match up, like a city that wouldn't match up to the correct zip code or anything like that. Now in reality, if we're doing just one state, we really don't need to worry about these state short, because when we're building out the site, we can just write out the state name and the state abbreviation. The only thing that really will be changing on each page will be the actual city name. This is the shortcode section, so it's just a quick overview on that. Just wanted to show all the different options. If you click on these, you'll see the different shortcodes again. You have an option to go ahead and update them, change it out on there. You can delete shortcodes, add new shortcodes, and this could be a list that is, as you're building out, can be constantly changing. You can do a separate sub list. I know Don said that a good strategy would be to also target Amazon products, and you can load up a list of models in here instead of doing the city. So like I said in the beginning, the first video, you want to try different strategies. Find one that works for you. If you take my approach, you go this city local method, but there's a lot of different things you could do with it. It just gives you a lot of different options. So please just take the time to experiment and find something that works for you.